الشوق. الشوق, what's in English? شوق. That you are desperate to see your loved one. You're really missing the person and really desperate to see him. And what's more nice than wanting to see Allah Azza wa Jalla and meet Allah Azza wa Jalla? And Allah Azza wa Jalla said in the Quran, "Man kana yarju liqa'a Allahi fa inna ajal Allahi la'at." So the time when you see Allah Azza wa Jalla is coming. Just be one of those who really truly want to see Allah Azza wa Jalla and meet Him. One of my friends, when he had an illness, could die from the illness, he was quite happy. Well, he said, "Oh, could meet Allah tonight." Imagine when Bilal ibn Rabah, he was dying, and his wife was crying. He said, "Why are you crying?" غدا ألقى الأحبة محمدا وصحبه. Tomorrow I will meet my loved one, Muhammad, and his companions. So he was quite happy, excited. Oh, tomorrow I'm meeting my loved one, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and his. So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, taught Ammar ibn Yasir a prayer, a dua, and Al-Qushayri brought it because he said part of the dua, asking Allah Azza wa Jalla to give him shawq ila liqa'ihi, to be really desperate to see Allah Azza wa Jalla, meet Allah Azza wa Jalla, without being sick or going through tribulation. So to meet Allah Azza wa Jalla, sometimes there are people who are extreme pain. They say, "Oh, I want to meet Allah Azza wa Jalla, finish from this. I don't want any more pain." And then one of the scholars said that how does he know that there's no more pain after that? Who said that death will be the end of the suffering for A, B, or C? So the dua is to meet Allah Azza wa Jal, to have the shawq, the desperation to meet Allah Azza wa Jal, without running away from a severe sickness or illness or disability or severe tribulation. And he's saying here, tribulation towards the end of time. There's a hadith that people might be passing the end of time, will pass a grave, and you will say to the dead person, "I wish I'm in your place," because there's so much tribulation and you don't know how to behave. Now, I don't envy teachers and roughly all employed, because if you make a mistake about, like, LGBT, or make mistake about environment, make mistake about A, B, C, you will be suspended, you will be investigated, you will be the guy, what's his name, Ali, the MP in Rochdale, Azhar Ali. He said Israel intimidated Hamas to hit Hamas. He lost his place, and they kicked him out of the Labour Party. And, I personally wouldn't say that, because this is one of the conspiracy theory, which no confirmation. You need really strong evidence that, yes, intimidated them. Because it's a bit difficult to intimidate somebody to come and kill 1,400 of your people, especially Israel. The person for them is, they are desperate to get more Israelis to Israel. But anyway, he lost his place. It has to be. Did he win? He didn't win, did he? The two elections took place.
The election is on the 29th.
Oh, right, 29th. But the Labour won the two elections yesterday.
Yeah. But this one's in Rochdale.
Yeah, even if he win, he will be independent.
Yes.
Apparently, technically, they cannot ban him from running.
Because they've already printed the posters.
Is it?
Papers. So they have to keep.
And Rochdale is mostly Muslims, isn't it?
Yes.
Asian, usually.
But George Galloway is standing there on the war issue.
In Rochdale?
Yeah.
So he will be competing with George Galloway.
Yes.
Why? He lost in London? He didn't win in London.
George Galloway is very popular amongst a lot of Muslims.
Asian, yeah. But he was won in London, but then he lost last election. He didn't get the seat.
Don't know about that.
Yeah. Anyway, so could be fitnatun mudilla, could be tribulation, problem, disaster, fitna, civil war or something similar. It's like Syria when they had the civil war. People didn't know what to say. Are you with the government or with the uprising? It's like George Bush. Are you with us or against us? That's idiot to say, are you with us or against us? But this is the way his brain works, and they went 20 years in Afghanistan and how many years in Iraq? 15 years or something. They lost, according to Trump, I don't know, I mean, he doesn't lie, Trump, at all. But he said they lost 4 trillion or 2 trillion. But anyway, a tribulation could be really difficult to get out, and you don't know what to say or not say. In one of the comedy in Syria, they arrested one in the street. So why are you arresting me? I said nothing at all. Why don't you arrest that? He's talking about saying that. He says, he spoke and we know what he is going to talk about. You are quiet, we don't know what you're going to talk. So you're more dangerous than him, which is ridiculous, because like when I came here in 1982, in 83, my brothers phoned me and he said, the military service came, they want you. And I don't have to go to military service. And they said must be some change or something. So I finished my training, postgraduate, and go. So I finished. My brother had heart attack in 1990, so I went. So when I went, I can't get out because it wasn't the military service. It was the military intelligence. Military intelligence, they had a card with my name on it to arrest him, chase him and arrest him. They don't know why, nobody knows why. And the head of the department in America had coronary bypass, and they didn't arrest me because they don't know why, but they didn't give me the permission to leave the country because there's a, muzakkara they call it, there's a card to arrest you. So I kept going and coming. What happened? Is he come? Is he back? And they interviewed me. And which mosque you go in England? I said, I live in Wales. There's no mosque there. Who do you? Who what? And all this information they have already when I was in Syria. But what happened that when I was in Saudi, I had some private work, and somebody wanted to take my private work. He had people who knows he said, put this muzakkara, so when he goes to Syria, they wouldn't let him get out, and I inherit all his private work. So, but subhanAllah, Allah wants me to come here because I didn't go to Syria. I usually go to Syria, spend a couple of weeks, and come here. I didn't go. I came from Riyadh straight to Britain and didn't go back. So that you don't know. I mean, even if you haven't done anything, somebody might deliberately want to take your job or take your money or the contract, big contract. They want to put you out of the contract so they can win the contract. They put my cousin in prison for 1 hour because he has a lot of contacts. His partner put him in prison for 1 hour. He thought that he would be there for months and years to take the contract, the business contract. Then he managed to get out after 1 hour and he stopped this mess and things. So the tribulation could be really difficult. So احتياج القلوب إلى لقاء المحبوب according to قشيري على قدر المحبة يكون الشوق. If you love Allah Azza wa Jal, you love to meet him. If you love somebody, you love to meet him. Desperate to go and travel and meet the one you like and love him. And he said فرق بين الشوق والاشتياق. In Arabic, شوق is want to meet somebody. Once you meet him, her or whatever, you calm down. الاشتياق, you're always worried about losing him again. So you're always desperate to stay there, so you don't want him to disappear and you don't want to leave and come back. الشوق يسكن and another badi said all human could have the shawq, that you love somebody you want to meet. Once you meet, you calm down, okay. But not all the people will have ishtiyaq. So you leave the home and you want to come back. We had somebody who became Muslim in Lincoln, and he loved his girlfriend and wife. She became his wife, and he became Muslim. So it was snowing. He went. She used to live in Gainsborough. He went to Gainsborough to see how she is. Is she okay? She got enough food, drink, whatever. Then it's okay. And on his way back, halfway, oh, you must have this, you must have that. So he went back. He went back twice, just because he couldn't just leave her and go home. And so that's, for some people, you do have that ishtiyaq. And Abdullah ibn Manazil, his friend came, Ahmed ibn Hamid al-Aswad. He said to him, I saw in my dream that you will die next year. He said, oh my God, I still have to wait for a year. I want to meet Allah Azza wa Jal. I still have to wait for another year. That's a long time. And he said this بيت الشعر يا من شكا شوقه من طول فرقته اصبر لعلك تلقى من تحب غدا. You complaining about, you missed your loved one. Be patient, because you might meet him tomorrow. So death might take person immediately to see Allah Azza wa Jal. When the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said, من أحب لقاء الله أحب الله لقاءه. Whoever loved to meet Allah Azza wa Jal, Allah will love to meet you. And the Sahaba were worried. Aisha said, all of us don't like to die to meet Allah. And the Prophet ﷺ, he said, not during your normal life, when you are seriously ill. Because when people are seriously ill, they start phoning all the hospitals, all the doctors. Do you know somebody in here, somebody in there? And you go and so took that drug, try this drug, because they don't want to die. Well, if you really truly would love to meet Allah Azza wa Jal, I'm not praising myself, but when I was in the ambulance, I was made a couple of jokes and things, and so they phoned my son, and they said, "Oh, he's making jokes. He wasn't worried about. I won't." The nurse said, "Who will take you home?" I said, "If God doesn't take me, then my son will come." He's planning discharge. Don't say that. So, and Abu Uthman said, "Alamat al-shawq is if you truly loved Allah Azza wa Jal, love to meet Allah Azza wa Jal, you like to meet Him with rest, ma'ar-raha. Not like, I want to meet Him because I don't want this illness anymore. I can't stand being disabled, or I can't stand, let Him meet Allah because she is so demented." No, you love to meet Allah Azza wa Jal, even if you are. Yeah, I love to meet Allah, right? Tomorrow, today, tonight. I'm well and things. I'm not running away from an illness and Yahya Ma said, "Shawq fitam al-jawarih an al-shahawat." You're not attached to any desires anymore. Just like to meet Allah Azza wa Jal. And you don't want to kill yourself, but you want to meet Allah. You don't want Him to make you die before your time. But خرج داود عليه الصلاة والسلام one day to the countryside, and Allah said to him, "Why you are alone?" He said, "I want to meet you. I'm really fed up with the people. I want to meet you. I'm desperate to see you. So I couldn't cope with the people anymore." And Allah said to him, "Go back to the people, because if you come with one person who repented and came back to Allah Azza wa Jal, you will be written in the Lawh al-Mahfuz that you are a hero." Jahbatan. Jahbatan is not an Arabic word. It's I think it's Urdu. Sorry. No. Jahbatan, or Farsi, or Persian. Yeah. You're a hero. And the lady, an old lady, one of her relatives came back, and all the people, like when I went in 1990, all the family came to the airport. I was away for 9 years, so all the people came to see this one who came back from a long trip. But she was crying. The old lady was crying. And they said, "Why are you crying? You should be happy that he came back." She said, "This reminded me when I go back to Allah Azza wa Jal." It will be so happy, you know, going back to Allah, meeting Allah Azza wa Jal. And shawq will be like, you know, you burning, your heart burning and your stomach burning, you just want to go back to Allah Azza wa Jal. And they were asked whether shawq is first or love first. They said no, love first, because shawq is consequence of love. And they said to somebody, are you desperate to meet Allah Azza wa Jal? He said no, because he's not away. You're desperate to see somebody who's away, but Allah with us all the time. So I'm not, I'm with Allah Azza wa Jal. So why? And when Musa alayhi salam came to meet Allah Azza wa Jal, he came very quickly, early. So Allah Azza wa Jal asked him, ما عجلك يا موسى? قال وعجلت إليك ربي لترضى. Why you are, you know, in a hurry? He said, I want to please you. I'm desperate to see you. And they said when Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam went to Mi'raj, one of the reasons that Musa asked him go and get it less than 50 and then less than 440, then because every time he goes and talks to Allah Azza wa Jal, the way the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam come back is so beautiful to see, because he just met Allah Azza wa Jal and talked to him. So he kept saying, go back, go back, go back, because he's enjoying the way Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam looks when he comes back after talking to Allah Azza wa Jal. In the film, the Ten Commandments, they show you when Musa went and spoke to Allah Azza wa Jal in the mountain, and he came back, all the hair became white, and he was walking slowly. And you know, so Musa was keen that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam go and talk to Allah and come back, talk to Allah and come back, until Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, no, I'm embarrassed now, I can't talk anymore, go anymore. And علامات تمني الموت على بساط العوافي. You like to die while you are fit. Like Yusuf. He said Yusuf, he didn't ask Allah to make him die when he was in the well. He didn't ask Allah to make him die when he was in the prison. But when he finished and he finished the job and he ran the economy and he got his mother back and father back, his children back, his brothers back, then he said to Allah Azza wa Jal, Tawaffani Musliman. I'm now achieved all my things, make me die as a Muslim. And Abu Yazid said, there's 7 to Allah Azza wa Jal. If being in Jannah stopped them seeing Allah Azza wa Jal, they said, no, we want to see Allah Azza wa Jal, and we don't want Jannah. We just want to see Allah Azza wa Jal, because that's far much more love to them. And Ma'ruf al-Karhi, he was picked up by Ali Rida. He bought him. He was Majusi. He was atheist. And he bought him, and he became one of the top scholars. And Ma'ruf means known, al-Karhi. When he died, the angel said, came to him, what's your name? He's Ma'ruf. Who's your God, Ma'ruf? Who's your Prophet, Ma'ruf? Ma'ruf also known. He's known. Who's my God? Is known, Allah. But he didn't say Allah. Then they went to Allah and said, this guy doesn't want to say everything. They asked him, he said, Ma'ruf. He said, yeah, Ma'ruf al-Qarhi. Bring him in. So they said, then he will be in the day of judgment. When he died, he was desperate to meet Allah Azza wa Jal, and Allah Azza wa Jal made him see him after he died, while he didn't wait till Jannah. And he will be seen standing under the throne, and Allah Azza wa Jal will say to the angels, who is that? And they said, Allah knows best. He said, that's Ma'ruf al-Karhi. He's just desperate. He loves me so much that he will not wake up until he meets me. I think we passed the time. That Allah is keen to meet us. Why do we occupy ourselves with something else? And the ayah that من كان يريد لقاء الله فإن أجر الله لآت, that those who are desperate to meet Allah Azza wa Jal, Allah comforting them and saying, don't worry, you will meet Allah Azza wa Jal. And Allah said to Dawood, if people know how much waiting for them, how much enjoyment was waiting for them, they would have loved to die immediately. And they said, Shu'aib, he was crying until he can't see anymore. His eyes always full of tears and things. And he said to him, Shu'aib, probably not Shu'aib, not Yaqub, Shu'aib. And Allah Azza wa Jal said to him, because of your love to me, I made a great prophet, the Nabi, who I talked to directly to serve you for 10 years. Because Musa alayhi he served Shu'aib for 10 years. First were 8 and Prophet ﷺ, this hadith, اشتقت الجنة إلى 3. Jannah is desperate to see 3. Ali ibn Abi Talib, Ammar ibn Yasir, and Salman al-Farisi. And Allah Azza wa Jal remind people to be wanting to meet Allah Azza wa Jal. There's ayah, ألم يعني الذين آمنوا تخشع قلوبهم لذكر الله وما نزل من الحق. Isn't the time for you to be desperate to meet Allah, to humble to Allah Azza wa Jal, and your heart tremble from loving Allah Azza wa Jal. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. اللهم اجعل اجتماعنا هذا اجتماعا مرحوما وتفرقنا من بعده تفرقا معصوما. May Allah bless our meeting, protect us after leaving here. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. See you next week.